Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Pro Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 2 Team Builder of G8DL. If you guys didn't check out last week, we went against Jake and got a massive W against Jake with just a tiny bit of luck on my side. And the amazing help of Rotom Heat, the god. But we're here for Week 2 where we go against Real in our best of 3. But first, before that, you guys can hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Pro Shocker crew today because you'll be fooling with the king of the crew. So, looking at this matchup against Real, who's our opponent, we are 1-1 with Real. Real beat us in the first season. I beat him with a slight luck, but with freaking Plasma, the Reuniclus, the season 2. So, this is the rubber match between us, and he's got a really hard team against me, but there's some stuff that his team is lacking, but we'll point out later on. But you guys can hit the like button if you haven't already subscribed to the Pro Shocker crew today because you'll be really with the king of the crew. So, I don't know if I said it or not. I usually have trouble repeating stuff a lot when I don't mean to. So, let's go into Real's team. He's got a Hail team with the Ninetales and the Sandslash. He originally had G-Max Blastoise, but changed it up to G-Max Inteleon, which, oh god. Exploud, Alakazam, Incineroar, Lycanroc, Flygon, Toxtricity, Rillaboom, and Golurk. Looking at this matchup, Rillaboom and Golurk do not come. Even though, yes, the what is it? The Rillaboom can run high horsepower, but still allowing grassy terrain when I have a Melmetal is very, very dangerous. And plus, with some of my bulkier Mons, you do not want to give them any type of form of recovery. It's so much of a bad decision to do that, because if my team gets free recovery, my team basically kind of can just really not care about with their health and then just get recovery back. So it's definitely something that he had to be looked up for. Golurk, I just think goes in combat. It's just a terrible one. Toxtricity should come. It's a terrible one. If it comes, it has to be Focus Sash. Flygon does have some good merits to come in this matchup. It'd probably be like a special set versus like a physical set. Sandslash, I actually don't think comes, but very well could come if that is the choice he was going to make. But look at the 6. I think Ninetales just makes so much sense. It's super good versus my entire team. Inteleon, I've got very little switch into Inteleon if I don't play my cards right. Exploud, I have nothing for a choice specs or choice card of Exploud. There's no way. Well, I do have some stuff. But Alakazam, this thing's choice specs. It's going to click a button and kill me. Incineroar is very good because of Intimidate, even though he has some fighting weakness on his team. And then I think Lycanroc's move coverage is just too good to pass up, and I can see an easy kind of setup with Sword Stance plus closed combat and Assault Rock, and then probably a toss up between something like Drill Run and stuff like that. Just name one team. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and break the team I'm bringing this week. We're finally bringing Melmetal, so people can leave me alone about it. Or just not in general, but we've got Melmetal here with Nuts and Bolts, the Assault Vest. We are running with 76 HP, max Spadef with an Adamant Nature, 168 on attack. Basically, this thing just punches a hole through my opponent's team. Dollar Bash is really good. Facade is fantastic, because I get burned. Like I said, expect me to run Facade every single week. I don't care if I get burned or anything like that. But, I mean, an Ice Punch is only there really for the Flygon, because we can take at least one hit from Flygon that's expanded, and then Earthquake, because there's a good Earthquake spam on his team. Double Iron Bash, there's no switches. It would die Tails, even if it sets up the Veil. Just dies, and that's one thing we're going to have to be very careful. I do not have any removal this week for Veil, so I have to really play my cards right to get the synergy between the Mons right. But Melmetal can just hit super hard. And again, sorry here for the beeping. I want to make sure my volume is on just so I can know I'm recording. So you might hear notifications and stuff like that, so I do apologize. Up next, making his return is Rotom Heat. We're trying to Scarf Rotom this week, and we're running a really weird set here. But we're going to Overheat, Switch Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, base HP, max special attack, modest with 204 speed. The speed lets me guarantee to outspeed everything on his team, but it also lets me guarantee outspeed a Scarfed Exploud with his max speed, which is very important to know. But basically with Overheat plus Volt Switch, there's no really solid answers to potentially this when I get those things up. Will-O-Wisp is literally only there to burn things, if I think I know where coming in on me. If I know what's coming in on me, I can click Will-O-Wisp. If I know it's not going to come with me, I can click full switch. Like, again, he does have a ground type, but again, he's a ground type, don't do that well versus me. If he does bring a ground type, I'm always clicking both Will-O-Wisp or Overheat, potentially, or I just hard swap out. But basically, Rotom Heat can actually click some buttons and do some massive chip work versus the entire team. Because again, he's not going to really be able to run rocks versus my team, so that's really good. And that's why I decided not to go with the removal, even though, yes, Defog would be the smart option. Making his debut, and hopefully I can actually use this freaking Pokemon. We've got Leg Hulk here, Leg Hulk with Curse Knockoff, Close Combat Earthquake. Now, I literally did not know what move to put on here, so I just put Earthquake, just because, I don't know. But we're running the Curse on Burn White Herb set, which I've never really used a lot, but now started using, and it's so good, because it's basically a bulk up, but you get your Unburn and activate. Because Curse lowers your speed, ups your attack, ups your defense. So basically, it's a miniature bulk up, except it's the minus speed. But with the White Herb, I get my speed back, and I am now faster than everything else in this team. And I basically get free +1/+1 without having to worry about having setup. And really, in realistic terms, you really need to get +1 to just do damage. We're running Jolly Max Attack with 116 speed, 96 in HP, with, like I said, the moves that we had. Now, with this set, I am guaranteed faster than Shift Gear Toxtricity. I am faster than Slush Rush, Ninetales. No, not Ninetales. Oh my god, I'm so terrible at this. I don't know why I'm so terrible at this. Yeah. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna risk it and run Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch so that way I can just kill that Ninetales straight up, because again, I do have Steel types, but there's no reason to run Steel, like a very versus me. But yeah, Bullet Punch so I can instant kill that Ninetales, and then just knock off the Skull Combat, literally just destroys him. If he's some reason not Sash on that Alakazam is no longer a threat versus me. I definitely think he's gonna overprep for a few things in my team, and I think Choice Specs just makes so much sense versus me as well. So if he's Sash, then he's less threatening and I'm not worried about. Up next is Midnight, bringing the mixed defensive but more of a special def set as it is naturally always does. With max HP, 112 in defense, 144 def with the Calm Nature, Toxic Wish, Foul Play, Protect. Yeah, you saw this coming. This set literally is the only way we have a chance to win. Not saying Umbreon basically is the win con, but Umbreon is the only way that really supports and helps the team win. Because, again, when you look at Wish Pastures, you need Wish Pastures for things like Melmetal. You need things like this and that. And, honestly, with the fact that I have Melmetal and Umbreon on the same team, the defensive core between these two are very stupidly good. And just the fact that I could just freely get my Mons in, just click buttons is really, really great. But I really am looking forward to using Umbreon in this matchup. I think Umbreon really can help us win this game, hands down. And for me, misclicking slightly, we've got my boy Bobo, aka Snorlax here with the leftovers. We're actually running Immunity instead, but again, Immunity is really good because he's got some Mons that can just click Toxic versus me, versus just doing like I do know the fact that Will-O-Wisp is more better, but there are some toxic options on his Mons, and I want to be able to counter that. I could Fake Fat, actually, I'm gonna risk it. Fake Fat. I think Fake Fat. We are running Facade, Body Slam, Earthquake, and Brick Break to stop these screens, which is really, really good. And just a fighting type move, it's really good. But normal spam low is so good in this matchup. It really, really is. Earthquake is also really good to stop some of the other Mons as well, just because it's a really good spammable attack. We are the Impish Nature, 156 HP, 128 in attack, 120 in defense, and the rest went into Spadef just to be a more Spadef tank. So we're semi-mixed defensive this week, with technically the more push to Spadef, but we have more Spadef because of our EVs and IVs. But this Pokemon really could just clinically some entire team. And last but not least, we're Brain Froggers, who needs to make sure he's water absorbed this week. You'll see why. But we have Knockoff, Poison Up, Skull, Earth Power, 196 HP, 28 attack, 116 special attack, and 168 in defense with the Sassy Nature. This way, because with the Sassy Nature, I can run physical, and this actually lets me give me a guaranteed check to Incineroar, so that way I can run Skull and Earth Power. Water Absorbs to stop that Inteleon, which actually, I think it forgets abilities. Never mind, I don't know if it's good enough, but that's me, Teambuilder, guys. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, or Yashi Ready to stop the breathe dry. Until next time, guys, bye!